At the moment I'm editing something called Not Stigma 3, because I didn't want this to be about my anxiety. But what I do support is the charity called Stamp Out the Stigma. Because although my difficulty is not obvious to people, for instance, if I was in a post office queue, they couldn't tell that I had it. Well, I hope that they couldn't, unless it was really bad, and then my hands would clasp up and I would start hyperventilating. But apart from that, I don't think many people could tell that there was anything unusual or out of place, because people do like things that they're familiar with. They like things to stay the same. They like people to what is the expression? Not be weird, not to weird them out. So if I was to speak differently, or to speak slowly, or in an unusual way, that might disturb people, and their disturbance would in turn embarrass me. So people like things to be ordinary and everyday. So when people see things unusual, sometimes they are not very very sympathetic or very subtle in the way that they try to conceal their reaction. They might, for instance, say things like look at that man in a stage whisper, which is in actual fact meant for that person to hear, so that that person will move away from their comfort zone, as they call it nowadays, because people do like to feel comfortable, although the nature of things is of course change. So comfort is not a natural state. It's what we need in order to function properly. We need to feel comfortable, but we have to feel comfortable despite and not because of the circumstances in which we find ourselves. And people who have certain things like ADH and other things that people have labelled find that comfort rather elusive, particularly if people stigmatise them and or try to make a joke of their condition.